Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down a really practical guide straight from the experts over at Dr. Drain. We're tackling something almost every homeowner faces eventually, but very few actually understand. How long does hydrojetting really keep your home's pipes clear? We're going to unpack the science, the variables, and the real-world timelines. Let's just dive right into the absolute number one question on literally every homeowner's mind. Because, let's face it, nobody wants to pay for plumbing services more than they absolutely have to, right? When you invest in a major drain cleaning service, you want to know exactly what your return on investment is going to be. Are we talking about a permanent fix? Just a temporary Band-Aid? Essentially, how long until you have to make that phone call again? Well, according to the data from Dr. Drain, the baseline average timeframe for a typical preventative maintenance hydrojetting job is 1 to 3 years. Generally speaking, a solid, well-performed job will keep things flowing smoothly for anywhere from 12 months to several years. But this 1 to 3 year window, that's the sweet spot most service providers see for regular maintenance. But as you'll see in a moment, that number is definitely not a guarantee. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the hydrojetting lifespan, what causes faster clogs, typical cleaning timeframes, warning signs to watch out for, and finally, the long-term solution.
All right, kicking things off with part 1, the hydrojetting lifespan, and moving beyond the average.
Because pipe health absolutely isn't a one-size-fits-all equation, it's crucial we understand what this process actually is before we judge how long it lasts. Hydrojetting isn't just poking a hole in a clog with a metal snake. This is an incredibly effective high-pressure cleaning method. It's designed to aggressively blast away everything from heavy, sticky grease and hair to soap scum and hardened mineral scale. It's basically a powerful reset button that cleans the entire interior diameter of your pipes. But why does that reset button last 3 years for some of us and only a few months for others?
Moving right along to part 2, what causes faster clogs? Let's look at the variables.
You can actually evaluate your own home right now by contrasting two totally different profiles. On one side, you've got the low-risk setup, light use, newer, smooth PVC pipes, and careful habits with grease. On the flip side is the high-risk scenario. Maybe you have a cooking-heavy household, dumping a steady load of grease down the drain, or you live in a home with older cast iron pipes. Honestly, your pipe material dictates a massive amount of this timeline. Scale buildup and grease naturally grab onto the porous, rusted, jagged walls of older lines way faster than they do on smooth, modern PVC. And here's how this turns into a predictable, recurring nightmare based heavily on your habits. Step 1. You flush non-dissolvable items, let food particles build up, use way too many harsh store-bought cleaners, or pour cooking grease down the sink. Step 2. If you have those older pipes with structural cracks, failing joints, or heavy corrosion, all that debris instantly has something to catch on to. Step 3. Because the root issue, the physical condition of the pipe and your drain habits, hasn't changed, the buildup comes back incredibly fast, seriously shrinking the time before your next required cleaning. So how do we translate all these variables into an actual schedule? Let's look at part 3, typical cleaning timeframes. It's time for some scheduling reality.
It's wild how much these timeframes vary depending on your specific situation. For standard preventative maintenance, you're looking at that baseline 1 to 3 years. But what if you're getting jetted right after a major clog event? Your system might only stay clear for a few months to a couple of years, depending on what caused the clog in the first place. Got higher risk plumbing, like those older lines or steady grease loads? You might be needing this done yearly or even more often. But there's good news too. If you have pristine pipes, smooth interiors, and you practice great drain habits, you can stretch this well beyond the 3-year mark. Regardless of your time frame though, your plumbing is eventually going to give you clues.
Which brings us to part 4, warning signs to watch. Whatever you do, don't wait for a backup.
Think of this as your DIY diagnostic checklist. Catch the problem early instead of waiting for a catastrophic mess. Are you noticing slow drains in multiple fixtures at the exact same time? That is a huge red flag. What about recurring clogs that seem to pop right back up immediately after you've tried snaking them? If you hear this distinct gurgling sound when water drains, or if you smell persistent, gross odors lingering near your kitchen or bathroom drains, you need to pay attention. And finally, if you're constantly reaching for those chemical drain treatments, it's a clear symptom of ongoing buildup, not just a one-off blockage. The pipe's internal diameter is shrinking, and it's time for high-pressure jetting. But what if you've done the jetting and these signs just keep coming back?
That takes us to part 5, the long-term solution. We have to go beyond set it and forget it. Okay, we need to bust a major myth right here. Hydrojetting is incredibly strong, but it is not magic. The crucial point is that it only clears what is currently there. It absolutely does not permanently repair structural damage. If you have a cracked pipe, a collapsed section, heavy corrosion, or failing joints, water pressure can't fix that. It just washes right over the broken bits. If your pipe is physically compromised, allowing debris to continuously catch on those jagged edges, simply cleaning it over and over again won't fix the root cause of your plumbing misery. Problem pipes eventually need real physical remediation, replacement, or proper ventilation fixes.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this explainer. If you're finding yourself needing frequent jetting, or if you are constantly battling those early warning signs we just talked about, I want to leave you with this final thought. Is it time to stop treating the symptoms and actually look deeper? The most practical approach isn't blindly scheduling yet another cleaning. It's pairing that next cleaning with a professional camera inspection. Discover what your pipes are really hiding, identify that root cause, and fix the problem for good. Thanks for joining me today, and here's to keeping things flowing smoothly.